Alright, ladies, so welcome back to Style for Growth, a space where style meets soul and presence is power. I am your host, Natasha Shepard Moore, mindset and style coach and founder of Authentic Growth Coaching. This season, we're diving deep into power and color, how the shades you wear shape the way you show up, lead, and evolve. Whether you're dressing for your next level or redefining what power looks like for you, this series will help you align your energy, wardrobe, and mindset with the woman you're becoming. Let's get into it. And so, think about these things for a second. The color you avoid and what it's saying, style blocks, and the mindset clues that you're blocking energy. For myself, the noisiness is always the block. The noisiness represents the noisiness within a person. When you're silent, so that means when you're quiet. Okay. So when you're quiet, that reflects your inner tranquility, your peace within yourself. You're not tripping on nothing. You ain't did nothing to nobody. So you don't require as much noise to drown it out. Simple as that. Now, I don't like all of the noise myself, personally speaking. I'm not a big fan of having that much drama in your life. So maybe you avoid silence in order to keep yourself company because you're miserable. So it's the same with you avoiding a certain color. You avoid silence. Let's say your silence is red. You avoid the color red. It reminds you of warmth, and your parents were more so cold to you in your childhood. Okay, that's saying that because you won't forgive your parents and what they did to you, you're blocking your style success that embodies the color red and that power suit that you've been eyeing for the past 2 years, and you refuse to get over what is taking place to allow yourself the choice of embracing that particular outfit and spending $1,000 that it costs to necessarily walk home with that in your bag. So, no, it's not okay for you to always feel as though that's the appropriate route. Is to avoid, to not go through, to not deal with, to not choose to be that person, to not feel like that's something that you can have, you can afford, even though your bank account clearly says that you can. You just don't care. You don't want to be bothered with that. And I get it. Sometimes maybe that's not something that's really of a nature that you are looking for. Maybe what's been done to you is so wrong. Maybe what was going on and what took place was really an issue for whatever those reasons may have been. And maybe that is the spot, but it doesn't mean that that's something that you need to continuously keep doing. I mean, for real, when you really are trying to figure out what your life is about, what you want to do, what you want to have necessarily done, is that really going to be the first thing that you choose to do? No, of course it's not. What are you going to choose to do? You're going to choose to get over what's been done. You're going to choose to wear the outfit that you've been putting off dealing with. That's what you want to choose to do. That's what you have chosen to have done. That is what you choose to do. You choose to own what you've been thinking about. You choose to have a certain spirit that really allows you to feel what you need. That's not something that is for everybody. It's just simply put a way to figure out what's going on and taking place within yourself. It's not about somebody else. It's always somebody else's opinion. It's always something else that's going on. It's always somebody else that has something to say. It's always something that somebody else is doing. It's always somebody else's problems. It's always somebody else's thought process over yours. And what it's saying is that you don't really care about yourself. You're not really willing to take the time out to nurture and give yourself that self-care that you need, that you crave, that you secretly might want to embody. And that is doing nothing except causing you damage, causing your neighborhood to feel as though you're only terrorizing them. So that's going to create feelings within those people that is a sincere form of dislike of you because you won't take the time out to consider yourself worthy enough. Your style blocks it's going to equal your mindset clues for issues. So if you won't dress the part, your mind is going to be unwilling to accept those rewards. But when you dress the part, you're not allowing yourself to experience those style blocks. You dealt with your childhood trauma. You've healed. You took those lessons. You've learned how to apply them to cultivate your wisdom. Okay? You've healed. You've learned your coping mechanisms. So now you're armored. You're enchanted. Now you're magical. You're thriving and you have a certain glow. That energy allows you now to embody that beautiful power suit that's been on that display window for the past few years, and you've been wanting that particular size and everything. And you finally find the nerve, the resolve, the downright desperation to have that item. And nothing will stop you. Now, you've got the outfit. You put your outfit together. You put your hair in a stunning pony. You polish your fingernails with a few coats of this new color. You did your toes, and if you didn't, they're tucked neatly away in your pump. And you're ready to glow, grow, and go for what you know. And when they sense that energy and they see you coming, they feel your energy. They feeling your energy. That can be a scary thing, but not all fear is a bad thing. Has been such a game changer for me. Reduces wrinkles and promotes weight loss. My skin looks healthier. I literally shed a few pounds in the first couple of weeks. Learn more at trycityvital.com. Now you allow yourself to receive your gifts, your hubby, your mansion, your loft, your flat, your ranch, your multi-story fireplace having pina colada castle, your fat bank account, your spontaneity visit to the parents that you had to heal from, and they're receptive to that beautiful 5-star restaurant. You're receptive to the beautiful little babies that you are bound to bear, to their love that they have for you as their mom. Now you're blossoming and becoming the beautiful woman that you embody through a spirit that says, I admire her. So the color you avoid is the color that unlocks your greatest power. The color you refuse to entertain is the color that says, I am receptive to all of these needs. And as soon as you embody her, as soon as you embrace, put her on, as soon as you wear that particular piece, what is it that you all think is going to happen? You're going to get more opportunity. You're just going to come out of nowhere, right out the sky. You're gonna call it that or a girlfriend. Y'all are gonna go out. You're gonna start embodying the woman of your dreams because you no longer are willing to avoid what makes you happy. And truth is, you know that there's really no need to. And that's really a good sign. And secretly, we know why. We know that our parents didn't mean to hurt us. We know they just didn't have the tools that they needed to raise us in a more successful childhood environment. I mean, my own parents, for example, they're divorced. We were here with uncles who are thieves and stealing. And when you think about that in hindsight, there's no way in the world that parents can still know that and foresee that and still make the choices that they did. That's just not feasible. It's just really no excuse and justification. So you know that it's not rooted in a space of illness or of ill intended thought or choices. And you have to sincerely believe this. I mean, seriously. As soon as you really start to embody this persona, your parents are probably going to really warm up. They're really going to find a sense of pride in bearing you. They're really going to find that they're grateful that they did cooperate. And that makes them happy, happier. It doesn't have to be a grand spot. It doesn't have to be in this lifetime. It doesn't have to be immediately within the next 2 hours or 2 seconds. 1, 2, and I'm ready. Just a nice, steady pace that really allows you to experience their love, their thought processes, and their thinking patterns. So you really feel as though what you wanted manifested. And that's ultimately a really good thing. I mean, for real, when we really think about any of the clues about our childhood that really left lingering scars or some kind of thought process that we weren't good enough or we were overworked or we were harmed. I mean, there's so many times I've been tempted to say I've been overworked, but I've always realized that the more that I worked, the greater I was rewarded. The more that I chose to give and give and give, the more that I was blessed with beautiful doctors. I mean, how many women go into the surgery wards to give birth and never even make it back out again? Mostly black women, too, mind you. Okay. A fire home that I survived. How many people don't survive fires or a fire? You know, my mom broke down so bad after we had the house fire on Bryant. She just, every time she would see my room, she just broke down. And my cousin, this y'all go back a few prior ones if you like for the episodes. I want to say maybe what episode was that? It's got to be episode 6. So check out episode 6. This is episode 8, and I talk about Shantia Mache Trundle, which is a first cousin. And so she's my mother's brother's middle child. Okay. And or daughter. And so, in full-blooded brother's daughter and or middle child. And so she never chose throughout the entire duration of this house burning down to step foot inside of this house. even though what it was that we shared in this home was so pure that there was really no excuse not to. And she's been having a really hard life. I'm not saying that this is why, but I'm not saying that it's not either. Because, she lost her job and she went to school to become an RN, and she started dating this guy named Anthony, which I'm sad. I don't know none of their last names. I don't even know her baby father's in the right who I love's last name. All I know his name is Calvin. And so Naraya's there and Anthony's over here, but years later they supposedly stopped speaking and then started speaking again and whatever. And then all of a sudden she's pregnant with a severely disabled daughter. I mean, she's broken down in every nick and sense of the word cranny. Like it, so she just had an extremely difficult life. So to raise that type of mother into what takes place is extremely hard on a person. And that's just the reality of those things that you avoid. Like, I mean, for an example, I believe Shantia avoids the color pink and gold. I mean, having a pink dress with some gold accessories and a pair of green shoes, that's beautiful. With your hair maybe flipped or something like that, or some kind of French bun, or some kind of tie back or something on one side, or something like that that goes really long, maybe like down somewhere or something. Like, just what I mean? A really beautiful lady or asymmetrical cut or bob or some kind of pixie or like just something really simple with your real hair, maybe a good perm. Like I really miss my perm phase. I would really just perm my hair. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna buy me a perm and probably just go back to my blowouts. Like I just do the perms and touch ups myself and really just go get my hair blown out and see about if I can keep my ends trimmed myself because I mean it ain't really nothing else to do. You know what I mean? Like I can probably buy a perm, flat iron my hair. It really helps, especially in the winter. Because it'd be so hot and try to do your hair and then, you know what I mean, doing all this stuff or whatever. But if I have a nice perm, it kind of sort of helps to kind of sort of keep everything kind of sort of together. Like it's less heat resistant and things like that. And so, I really sometimes care about making my hair go that type of way, you know what I mean? And instead of avoiding it, maybe it is best in time now to start kind of embracing that part of my personality. Instead of constantly wanting to cut my hair off or doing something that's so like out of sorts and whack. So maybe I'll do that sometime today, this week or something. Um, and kind of sort of figure out what else I want to do because we'll just do our press ons and I'll do my hair and that's just gonna have to be good enough. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to stop avoiding it and leave it alone at that. And you all are too. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in to Style for Growth. If this episode helped you glow a little brighter, share it with a woman who's rising too. And if you're ready for personal coaching, style clarity, or mindset support, you can find me on Instagram at Antasia Shabria or visit www.payhip.com/authentic glow coaching. P.S. Until next time, stay grounded, stay glowing, and stay becoming.